In this series of videos, we're going to work on CSS positioning. We're going to work on relative, absolute, and fixed positioning, which isn't in the title, but that's where we're headed. And so what we're trying to do is position our elements in such a way that they are moved from where they normally sit. For example, you can see this hibiscus flower is sort of in the corner, but offset up and not where we would normally see it. So that's what we're going to work on. To get us started, I'm going to introduce you to something called FontAwesome in this video. And in this video, we're going to learn how to grab some icons and put them onto our page without having to create them as images. So I'm going to get started in this video showing you that. So put this aside for the short run. And what we're looking at here, this is a web page called FontAwesome.com. They recently changed the way that they allow us to access these icons. So let me show you where I'm headed here. So here's the front page. And before I get signed in and all of those things, let me just show you where we're headed. So with a slow internet connection, FontAwesome has all kinds of text style icons that we can use. So you can just keep scrolling and scrolling, and then some of them are paid, but some are free. So you can see here we have a free and a pro, in other words, paid only. So I'm going to type in Facebook because that was one of my examples I showed you just a moment ago. So you can see that there's quite a number of free icons available when I do a search for that. This is the one I used in the example a moment ago. So if I click on Facebook Square, you're going to see this is the image. And so by clipping or by utilizing this tag, I with a class of fab or FA Facebook Square, and then a closing I, by using this particular tag in my document, my HTML document, I will automatically generate this nice little icon ahead of time. So let me show you how to get that all hooked up, all wired up. All right, so I'm going to go back here. Oops, that's not the back. There's the back. Let's go back to the home page. There we go. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is register, log in. Unfortunately, you do have to do a login. So you can do this start for free, and then go ahead and get yourself registered. I think you have to verify your email address. And then once you do that, you'll be shown this screen. Here's a screen you should come to when you're logged in. If you are not, or you need to do it later, up in the top right-hand corner, you have your little icon. And if you click on that, and you'll see something called Your Kits, K-I-T-S, Kits. So you automatically get one free, what they call kit. And don't really understand the word, doesn't matter. If I click on my kit, and I can give it my own name, but I don't care so much. So I'm going to click on my kit. And you'll see that there's some code. So here is what I need to put in my head tag in order to access my kit or my FontAwesome icons. And once I do that, then we can utilize any of the icons, the free icons that we want to put on our page. So I'm going to go back to my web page, and I'm going to put this script into my head tag and then show you how to use that Facebook icon we just saw. All right, so I pulled up my browser, or my editor, and I have the page that I've already created. I gave you the starter files. So now what we'll do is we need to put that script tag, or you can copy to the clipboard, either one. So we're going to put that into our HTML page in the head. So I'll paste mine above my style sheet there, my created style sheet, which you're seeing here on the right-hand side. So I have it shrunk up, obviously, so it's taking up several lines, but that's it. And so then the next task is to grab one of those icons. So I'm going to come back into the document or the web page, and I'm going to wait, and I'm going to type in, I think it was Facebook was the one we used as our example here. And then this was the square that I wanted to utilize, so I'm going to click on that. And then this is the link, so I'm going to copy that link. And I think I'm going to put it up at the top as sort of a navigation piece at the very top. I want it on the top right of my web page. So I'll put it up here. I'll just link it right there. And so now, not sure where my web page went, so let me grab that. I think it's here. Is this it? There we go. So you can see that in the top of my document, inside my container, I have that. Oops, you don't want it inside my container, so it's inside of this piece right here. But I don't think that's where I really wanted it. Now that I'm looking at it, I actually want it above my container, so I'll put it here, and there it is. So now it's up there. Now I'm going to go back and grab that. What else did I have? I had a Twitter, I think, in my example, so I'll go back and do a Twitter. TWITTR. It should also have that nice square one. Oops, where did it go? I lost it. It was there and then it disappeared. Oh, it went down here. All right, so Twitter square, I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to grab that one as well. I'm going to put those side by side. So now those should show up together. There we go. And now I can add some styling to it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put those into a div that I'm going to call, give it a class of social media so that I can style them together. Social media, and then in div. Okay. And now I can style them. I can also change those just like they're, let's see, how will that work? We have a class attached to it. I have a second class attached to it. So in this case, you can, in this case, there are two classes that are attached to this one particular element. Can you do that? Absolutely. You can put as many classes together as you want, as long as you separate them with spaces. The point being here is that I can grab, you can grab either one, but I'm going to grab FAB. And incidentally, why would somebody do that? Well, if I apply a fab, so all fabs, this is probably, I don't know, FontAwesome's particular styling, FAB, so that's more of a, not FA Facebook Square would be a little bit more specific. So you have a more general class assignment and then a more specific class assignment. So both of these obviously are getting this fab styling over at FontAwesome, and then a little bit more specific styling for the individual squares. So I'm going to also tap into the fact that this has a fab class, and because my style sheet is after the FontAwesome style sheet, I can override or add to this particular styling. In other words, I can also use the fab class to put my own stylings in. And so I'm going to, let's see what, here, let me just give it an example. So let's do a color. Here's a RGBA. I'm going to do red, no green, but I'm going to do blue. So full blue is 255, and the A means alpha channel, so I can make it transparent. So 0.5 would be, 1 is fully non-transparent. I don't know if that's opaque, or I think it's, I don't know. Opaque is, never remember if that's fully transparent or not transparent, but anyway, 1 means it's not going to be transparent at all the way to 0, which means it would be invisible. So any percentage thereof, so I'm going to do a 0.5, so I want it semi-transparent. Let's see what that's doing. So you can see that, let's take that transparency off so you can see that. So now it is fully not transparent, so I think that's 1. Let's just test it out. Yep. And then 0 would be transparent, you can't see it at all, and so I'm going to go in between those two and then make it, there we go. All right, so there's that. So you can see that I have the ability now to style those icons that I bring over. Let's see, I'm just going to continue with some styling here. I think I'll do a new line. I'm going to do, oops, I need that semicolon there. I'm also going to do, for my example, a font size. I'm going to do a 2EM, so make it twice as big as you normally would. And I'm going to do a padding right, so it kind of pushes them away from each other. I'm going to do a padding right of, we'll try 5 pixels and see how that works. So I'm going to save it and look at it. So now you can see that it's much bigger, twice the size of whatever you normally would be. And also notice that even though you can't see the padding right here, you can definitely see that there's a space in between these two that I've created. So in this video, we tackled FontAwesome, did a little styling to the fonts that we're utilizing from FontAwesome. And in the next video, we will learn about positioning so that we can fix these two icons up in the top right-hand corner.